Hi, I'm Michael Kourosh. I live in Santa Barbara, California, one of the most beautiful places on earth. My design center is where people come to reimagine their homes and spaces. I work with the best designers, clients with broad tastes, and experts who navigate the fascinating world of design. I'm always excited to learn something new, and I never say no to a challenge. This is Design Santa Barbara. Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kourosh, and today we are in Madrid, the capital of Spain. Please join us as we explore the architecture, history, and the rest of this fascinating city. Today, I would like to take you on a journey through Madrid, the capital of Spain and one of Europe's most vibrant and historically layered cities. Known for its royal palaces, grand boulevards, world-class museums, and buzzing street life, Madrid is a place where history, culture, and modernity intertwine in ways that are both elegant and electric. While cities like Barcelona and Seville often steal the spotlight with their flashy architecture and flamenco rhythms, Madrid is Spain's beating heart, politically, geographically, and emotionally. Let's explore what makes this capital so compelling. Madrid's official history begins relatively late compared to other European capitals. It wasn't founded by the Romans or Visigoths. In fact, the city began as a Moorish military outpost in the 9th century, built by Emir Muhammad I of Cordoba. The fortress, known as Madrid, was established on a hill overlooking the river Manzanares. Its name, derived from Arabic and Latin roots, likely means place of abundant water, referring to the city's underground springs. Remnants of this original fortress can still be seen near the Almudena Cathedral, offering a rare glimpse of Islamic Spain in the capital. In 1085, Madrid was captured by the Christian king Alfonso VI of Castile during the Reconquista. Over time, the city grew modestly in size and importance until a dramatic turning point. In 1561, King Philip II moved the Spanish court to Madrid, making it the de facto capital of the Spanish Empire. Why Madrid? No one knows for sure. It was not the richest or most glamorous city, but its central location made it ideal for governing a vast empire. Since then, Madrid has never looked back. From the Habsburgs to the Bourbons, from Napoleonic invasions to Franco's dictatorship and Spain's modern democracy, Madrid has seen it all. It was the epicenter of the Spanish Golden Age, the stage of revolts and resistance, and the cradle of modern Spanish identity. One key moment in Madrid's story is May 2nd, 1808, the date when Madrianos spontaneously rose up against Napoleon's occupying army. The event sparked the Peninsular War and is still remembered with pride. You can even visit Plaza del 2 de Mayo in Malasana district, named after that heroic uprising. Fast forward to the 20th century, Madrid became a battleground in the Spanish Civil War. The city endured a brutal siege from 1936 to 1939, but never surrounded. And that spirit of resilience still defies it today. Madrid is not a city of a single architectural style. It's a mosaic of influences. Walking through its streets is like flipping through the pages of a richly illustrated history book. Let's start with the Habsburg Quarter, or Madrid de los Asturias. This area developed under the reign of the Austrian Habsburg dynasty in the 16th and 17th centuries. A stroll through Plaza Mayor, the grand square with porticoed buildings and a statue of King Philip III at the center. It has witnessed markets, bullfights, royal ceremonies, and even executions during the Spanish Inquisition. Nearby stands Puerta del Sol, the literal symbolic heart of Madrid. It's where Spain's radial road system begins. Every New Year's Eve, thousands gather here to eat 12 grapes at the stroke of midnight, one for each chime, a tradition said to bring good luck. Let me take you inside one of the most impressive landmarks in Spain, the Royal Palace of Madrid, or Palacio Real. Standing on the site of a former Moorish fortress, the current palace was commissioned by King Philip V in the 18th century after the old Alcazar burned down in 1734. It was built in the Grand Baroque style, inspired by the Palace of Versailles. And today it remains the largest royal palace in Western Europe, with over 3,400 rooms, though it's used mainly for ceremonial events, not as a royal residence. Walking through the palace is like stepping into a living museum of Spanish royalty. You will see rooms lined with silk-covered walls, gilded moldings, and frescoed ceilings by masters like Giovanni Battista Tiepolo. One highlight is the throne room, with its crimson velvet walls, massive chandeliers, and two imposing lions guarding the royal chairs. There is also the Royal Armory, which houses one of the finest collections of armor and weaponry in the world, and the Royal Pharmacy, still stocked with antique jars, instruments, and herbal remedies. What's truly fascinating is that this palace isn't just opulent. It's a reflection of Spanish history, culture, and power, all under one magnificent roof. Whether you're a fan of architecture, art, or history, the Royal Palace offers a window into the splendor of Spanish past. Across from the palace stands Almuneda Cathedral, an architectural curiosity. It began construction in the late 19th century and it wasn't completed until 1993. Its mix of Gothic, Neo-Romanesque, and even modern elements reflects Madrid's evolution and its willingness to blend old and new. Move east and you encounter the Bourbon legacy, wide boulevards and neoclassical buildings commissioned by the French-born Bourbon monarchs. The Prado Museum, Cibeles Fountain, and Puerta de Alcalá are all products of this era, designed to rival the great capitals of Europe. And then there is Gran Via, Madrid's answer to Broadway, a 20th century avenue lined with Art Deco and Beaux Arts buildings, cinemas, and theaters. It was once called the Spanish Fifth Avenue. Madrid is a paradise for art lovers. The city's famed Golden Triangle of art includes the Prada Museum, home to masterpieces by Velázquez, Goya, El Greco, and Bosch. The Reina Sofia Museum, where Picasso's Guernica, a harrowing mural depicting the horrors of wars, is housed. The Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum, a private collection spanning everything from Dutch masters to pop art. But art in Madrid isn't confined to museums. It's in the tiled street signs, the iron balconies, the flamenco tableaus, and murals of lavapiés. It's a living culture, not a frozen one. A visit to Madrid wouldn't be completed without a stroll through Erreterio Park, once the Royal Gardens and now the city's green lawn. You can rent a rowboat on the lake, visit the beautiful Crystal Palace, or catch one of the many cultural performances held there. One of Madrid's most unexpected treasures is the Temple of the Boat, an authentic ancient Egyptian temple dating back over 2,200 years. Originally built in southern Egypt near Aswan, the temple was gifted to Spain in 1968 by the Egyptian government as a thank you for helping save the temples of Abu Simbel during the construction of Aswan Dam. It was carefully dismantled and rebuilt stone by stone in Madrid's Park de Oesta, just a short walk from Plaza de España. Today is one of the few places outside Egypt where you can see an actual Egyptian temple, complete with hieroglyphs and sacred chambers. At sunset, the temple and its reflection in the surrounding pool creates one of the most beautiful and peaceful views in the city. It's a stunning blend of ancient history and modern Madrid life. Madrid is a lively and a worldly city. We will be back with more of Spain's capital after a short break. Please stay tuned. This week on Design FYI, we're going to talk about sofas and the unknown mistakes people make. Did you know average American spends 46 minutes a day in a car? But they spend 5 hours and 4 minutes on average on a sofa. So why would you go out there and spend tens of thousands of dollars for something you use for 46 minutes and then go ahead and buy something cheap that you sit on it for 5 hours and 4 minutes? At Santa Barbara Design Center, we create you a custom sofa that is made for you specifically and to your shape and size and comfort and your family. So when you're sitting and watching TV or talking and conversing with your friends, you're sitting on actually something that represents you. Your car represents you. Why shouldn't your sofa? Thank you for joining us on Design FYI this week, and please come see me at Santa Barbara Design Center, 4th and Olive, and let me help you find the right sofa for you and your family. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kourosh, and today it looks like we are in Egypt, but we are in Madrid, Spain, and in front of the 2,200 years old Temple of the Boot. It was donated by the Egyptians to the people of Spain. So please join us as we continue our journey in this fantastic city. So what sets Madrid apart? First, its people. Madrileños are famously welcoming, open-hearted, and proud of their city. There is a saying, if you are in Madrid, you are from Madrid. The city embraces newcomers with a kind and effortless warmth. Second, Madrid's rhythm of life. Time moves differently here. Meals are late and long. The city truly comes alive at night, with people filling terraces, tapas bars, and sidewalk cafes well into the early hours. It's a city that sleeps, but very lightly. Third, its literary and intellectual legacy. Madrid was home to Cervantes, the author of Don Quixote, and the famous generation of 27, a group of writers, poets, and artists who shaped Spanish culture in the 20th century. Today, the Barrio de las Letras, or literary quarter, is filled with quotes etched into the pavement and historic taverns once frequented by writers. And lastly, its resilience. From war and dictatorship to economic crisis, Madrid has endured, not with bitterness, but with creativity, humor, and joy. If you visit, don't miss Restaurant Botín. Tucked away near Plaza Mayor in the heart of Madrid is Restaurante Botín, officially recognized by the Guinness World Records as the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the world, founded in 1725. This historic eatery has served everyone from royalty to writers. Even Ernest Hemingway was a regular and writes about it in The Sun Also Rises. Botín is famous for its roast, suckling pig, and lamb, both cooked in a wood-fired oven that has been burning continuously for over 300 years. Stepping inside feels like walking into a different century. The stone walls, old wood beams, and centuries-old oven all preserve the charm of old Madrid. It's not just a meal here, it's a bite of living history. Mercado de San Miguel, a gourmet market near Plaza Mayor, perfect for sampling Spanish delicacies. Riyadh Air Metropolitano Stadium, home to Atletico de Madrid, one of the most successful football clubs in the world. Madrid is a city of contrasts, royal and rebellious, ancient and modern, stately and bohemian. It doesn't try to impress with flashiness, but it wins you over with depth, authenticity, and soul. To To visit Madrid is to understand Spain not just through monuments, but through lives of its people, their food, their humor, their art, and their history. So whether you're walking through the Prado, sipping cafe in Lavapiés, or watching the city light up at sunset from a rooftop terrace, remember, you're not just seeing a capital. You're experiencing a city that knows who it is and welcomes you to be part of it. I hope you enjoyed this look into Madrid, Spain. It is a historic, multicultural, and very interesting city to visit. I encourage you to come, see it yourself, and have some churros along the way.
Santa Barbara Pizza House is your home for the best pizza in town, featuring specialty pizzas named after iconic Santa Barbara streets. Our mouth-watering menu will have you coming back over and over again to try each new meal. Visit us online at sbpizzahouse.com or call and place your order. Santa Barbara Pizza House. You won't leave hungry.
Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kourosh, and today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center, about to head to Montecito, where my dear friend Susan Shand has a quaint and fine project to show us. Please join us. So today we are here with Susan Shand, one of my dearest friends and the most talented interior designer in our town. We are in Montecito, California. Beautiful day. Look at this thing.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's heaven.
We deserve this. After all the rain, we deserve this.
I don't know if it deserves it, but we got it. So it's beautiful. So we are here with Susan. We are at one of those, how do we call this place?
This is a development, and this is where people come. It's beautiful. So this is literally a block from the ocean, or with ocean views, and you can walk to the ocean from here, and you can walk to town. So it is the place where people love to come for second homes, or if they want to downsize, they get a smaller home and be able to have all the wonderful attributes you get by living in Montecito. Without a big house with all the bells and whistles, you've got a smaller house that's compact and easy to live in.
Yeah, we get actually quite a few projects in here because there's many units and there's a lot of people.
I've done like 5 in here.
Yeah, probably.
I've been
probably
busy.
you have done only 5. Yeah, that's right.
You've seen them all. So.
I've been to just about every one of them over the 35 years. So anyway, today we are here in Montecito, California, and we are having a second unit. There's somebody from back east bought it, and you furnished it, and we want to see how it is. It's an actually older complex here, isn't it? How old is it, you think?
Well, I think this is probably the 50s, don't you?
1950s.
Just by taking a look at the stucco on the walls here, and the outside's not changing, but what I love about this is that when you go inside, it's a whole, I try to make a whole different world. So it just feels
if you look from outside, it's, let's go and see somewhere else.
Yeah,
but then you go inside, it's like, wow, that's beautiful.
It's pretty.
It's beautiful. I love your jacket.
My daughter made this. Thank you.
Wow, that's
Shand
really
Design.
nice.
Thank
Yes,
you. She's
beautiful.
talented.
She's talented.
Yes,
Mother,
she
daughter, crew.
Yeah,
very talented. Okay, so follow us, please, and see what she has done.
Come on. So I'd love you to see how different it feels inside from how the outside feels with the hard stone and the stucco.
Probably is a condominium thing, and it just looks like 1950s.
Well, come on in. Let me show you.
Let's see. Wow.
Oh, welcome.
Susan, this looks so different than outside. Honestly, it's fantastic.
Looks like a little breathe of the ocean, like some sort of fresh breath in some sense.
It is.
And
actually, it's very updated. You think like you're in a brand new building, although the outside looks old.
Well, they wanted something that felt like they were at the beach. So I'll show you later on how I do a mood board and how I brought to them various colors and the feeling. Even the rocks from the beach I brought in and said, here are the colors I want to do in here. So, but the artwork in here is quite beautiful, and they shipped it from the East Coast, certain pieces, and I'll walk you through.
I see some you have hanging. It's fantastic.
Yes. So we enter through the hallway, beautiful Moroccan rugs, a great antique piece where I actually hammered in some nails so they could hang their hats and their caps and their keys when they came. You'll talk about the beautiful inlaid mirror from India.
That blue mirror is very nice. It's all inlaid, it's hand carved, and it's actually from camel bones. When the camels die, they go get the bones because they're big, and they can cut them and work it out and make that beautiful mirror.
That's like recycling. I like that.
It is recycling.
And then, of course, the first thing you see when you walk in is the Keith Haring signed piece of art. So
it's in German. It's very interesting.
It's gorgeous. I know, right? And then I'll walk you through the powder room, and we'll go from there.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay. So in the powder room, you've got the beautiful mother of pearl mirror that I wonderfully got at your...
I remember you were running to pick that up.
And then the coastal, I love this blue coastal cabinetry that just feels like the ocean itself. So it's just a nice small space and you want to make it special. Next, we're going to go into the den. And Michael, thank you for making me this wonderfully comfortable sofa, because one of the things that was important, it's a sleeper sofa too, is that a client can come in here, they can work as a media room, in a sense like watch TV as a media room, sit here and work at the desk when they need to work, pull out the sofa bed should they have company coming that need another room, because it is a 2-bedroom in a sense.
It's a full bedroom.
Yeah, but they don't want to make this, they wanted it not to be a bedroom, they wanted to be able to have a room to actually watch their frame TV. So normally they've got a wonderful piece of art up there, except when they're watching the football games. And he's an ex-pro football player, by the way.
Okay, good. Well, didn't know.
So, and the Moroccan rug, again, the colors, when I show you the color theme that we did for the mood boards, you'll see it's all the creamies and the blues, and this is really what they had hoped
You do
for.
many different styles, but the beach style is your perfection. I mean, that's your Susan Shan signature. You do beautifully. Actually, you picked a Moroccan rug. That's actually the essence of this whole town and the beach living. You have made us custom bedding. It's very interesting. It's actually a bed which is fully functional sofa.
Yeah,
and you can lay down, watch your football, and then you bought those rubber chairs which are swivel and they're very nice, and they're very small, but actually big people fit in it.
Yeah, and it's a small room, so we have to kind of scale it to size.
Yeah.
In a smaller home like this, it really is all in the details. So you can't miss anything in a sense.
We're talking about details. You picked that Kurdish jar, which they store water in it actually, and the reason each one of those has a different color because people go through different villages, and based on the color they know where they are.
Oh, isn't that
It
wonderful?
wasn't like 400 years ago they had a sign here, here's Los Angeles toward Ventura.
Right.
So that was their sign. So if there are white jars, there is this village, and if you are blue jars with reds, it's this village, and so on. That's a real one.
So what village are we in right now?
I'm not that old.
We're in Montecito Village.
This is a fantastic job you have done. Every little piece you have has a history
and we're not
to
done
it.
yet. There's still the walls that haven't been finished, and the outside's not finished yet. So it's a work in progress. But I love taking you to my work in progress as you start to see things.
And you do a lot of these Ottomans too. We're very functional.
I'll tell you what's great about this. They wanted to be able to push it out so that when the sofa bed got pulled out, and it weighs literally nothing. It's so lightweight.
Easy to move,
so
yes.
It's,
and it's functional. You put a tray on it and you
they
can
have
put your foot on it.
And it's super comfortable. It's a fun room.
Beautiful room.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here?
Let's walk back into the living room.
All right, Susan. This is a beautiful place you have put together, and I know the clients, they are so happy with what the results are. And I look at this place and you have redone the whole thing. I know that. There's a lot of work, it's a lot of hard work, and people don't see it. It's a glamorous job being interior designers, and I know from the back side of it is really a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. A lot of tedious, a lot of tiny little work, but it is. So question comes up for the clients is, how do you approach when some new client calls you, say, hey, you know what, I bought this new place, I need to fix it the way I like it.
Okay.
And here's the task. What do you do?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's so much fun. It's not glamorous, but it's fun, and when you get to know the clients, it really becomes a relationship. So it all begins with that for me. It's a sit down, it's like, do I like you, do you like me? And in this case, I love these people so much. So then you really feel it in your heart that you want to make the best home for them, so that you can feel always good to know that they wake up in the morning feeling good about where they live. And you know how important our homes are. So it starts with really a sit-down conversation and an agenda. And so I brought today for something, and I brought a mood board feeling for you so you could understand what I go through. And this little book is kind of where it all begins. I sit down with the client and I say, okay, let's get a general direction of what you want and what you would love. Overall look, what textures, and then I actually put together for them, here's how I see this for you. Here's where you live by the beach, you're coming from the East Coast, you love blue, what colors are your favorites? My favorites are creams and blues, and we'll make it work. So it starts with this mood board, which is strange. I mean, I actually go down to the beach and I pick rocks from the beach that have the colors that I want to imagine, the gray blues and the creams, and then I bring that into textures like you see in these like velvet chairs that we did that are corduroy. All these colors are what you're seeing right now in this room. And then as I turn and show them the overall feeling here, they get to see this is really the direction I want to go. And then once we're aligned on that, then it's go, 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 and then I get to play.
And then you go place orders for
oh,
the
gosh.
furniture.
I come to you and I say,
Yes.
I want this wonderful sofa, I want these chairs, they must swivel, they has to have, I want lights, what have you got? And show me your rugs, and we play.
That's a very, actually, practical approach, because you get what they like, put it together with practicality of what you know, because a lot of people imagine like they want this and that, but it doesn't work out in their place.
Yes, exactly. It has to fit with the setting.
And the style they like. A lot of people have different styles. Like I remember these people, they like something is a little more traditional, a little more, I don't want to say old-fashioned, but something classic.
Right.
And
right.
That's how they start.
Because
yeah.
also, depending upon the age of your client, sometimes they can't sit on certain, it's harder to get up and off certain chairs, but in some cases, a big sofa that's snug and cozy is wonderful, but if you can't easily get up from it, then it's not going to work. So you have to take into account the client's needs.
I remember when you were doing this sofa, actually, so there was the seats need to be a little bit firmer.
Yeah.
We did it firmer, we made it a classic called roll arms, and then I remember this fabric you picked, which is a high performance fabric,
right.
and doesn't get dirty, doesn't get damaged.
And you know, I test your high performance fabrics because I take them home. I take a swatch home and I actually pour ketchup and Worcestershire sauce, and I actually see, is this really high performance?
Oh, good to know.
And then if it is, I can actually feel good to say to my clients,
Yes.
it's going to last forever.
Yes,
You can spill all over it. So.
Okay, that's a good idea, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
buy some ketchup in the shop. So in the performance, so this is a high performance. Yeah, that's
And
what you do, and it is basically what their end results are. So you show them and pick the colors, and look at this, it's amazing. It looks like a high-end showroom somewhere in, God knows, maybe Paris. Looks beautiful.
And what makes me the happiest, I'll see them walking on the beach when they come to visit. And the first thing they'll say is, we love you so much. We woke up this morning, we were talking about you. That makes me feel so good that they actually are happy in their space.
That's very nice. Yes.
So why else do it if it's not going to make people happy?
You're making people happy business.
Yeah, exactly.
Without
Look
being
at
a
us.
psychologist.
Look
There you
at
go.
us.
All right, Hale, thank you so much.
Well,
I
thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me. I'm glad you got to enjoy this beautiful space.
It's always a pleasure having you on our show. Our viewers enjoy seeing you and your job, and it looks fantastic.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much.
again.
Well, looking forward to have you another episode, hopefully this coming season.
I can't wait.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Looking forward to see you next week on Design Santa Barbara.